Hello, welcome, Wild Hearts. Happy to see you all. I invite you you can put your camera on, we can say hi to each other.
Hello.
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 So, welcome to this free masterclass that is embodied consent. This is a really special masterclass for me because it's based on my own experience, acknowledging what is important, and I'm here to share it with you, all of it. So, a little bit about me for the ones that don't know me or arrived just because of the masterclass. My name is Raiz, and I'm a Tantra massage therapist and also self exploration mentor. I'm devoted my life to the path of sacred sexuality, and I guide men and women to transform themselves and reconnect with their bodies as portals of healing and as connecting with themselves and with their hearts as a portal of transformation. That's why I always name you Wild Heart, because it's a way to call yourself home again. It's a way to connect with that essence that I know that is there. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here with you all. And this is a special day that is the solstice. Probably the ones that are looking at the recording, it's not the solstice, but here it is. And it's a really important day. In the south part of the world is the longest night, was last night, and the other part of the world, it was the shortest night. And why is this important for me? Because in my work, it's everything about changing. It's changing. It's everything about transformation. And nature is constantly telling us and reminding us that we are in constant transformation. And this portal today is a really beautiful reminder of that. So happy solstice. Thank you for being here. We're going to be here around 90 minutes. And whatever shows up for you in this 90 minutes, you're welcome to express this and to tell us in the comments. And whatever it is, try to honor your body because all the information that you will receive is so sacred. So by the end of this session, this is my intention for you, that you will have a real and somatic tool that you can practice every day. And my hope is that you can feel that embodied consent is simple, that you can understand that it's a practice, and that you can live this masterclass with a little bit more of fluently and in your own language and your own communication with your body, with your nervous system. So let's go. Let's jump into there. I love to see your faces. Thank you for being with me with the camera on. So, why I teach this? Well, actually, it was not a conscious decision with my mind that I said, like, oh, I want to do this. It was more my path. It was more what was awakened in my life experience. And this work finds me. And it was before I was thinking about this. And I spent a lot of years of my life saying yes, while my body was not wanting to say yes. I spent a lot of time overriding my desires and just allowing myself to be in uncomfortable situations where my body was not feeling safe because I was not allowing myself to hear myself. I was not being taught, and life was actually telling me that I need to put attention in here, that it was something important for me and for my own sovereignty and transformation as a human being. So, learning to hear my body through, it was not just a challenge for myself, it was a challenge for all my relationships, everyday connection. It was a challenge because I was listening myself, but I was not paying attention. So that creates a lot of conflict, a lot of inner conflict. That create a lot of inner conflict within me. So what I'm sharing today with you is kind of like a shortcut to that. Like, I want that you are able to understand how your nervous system connects with your desires, and you are able to hear yourself into this process. So, what is somatic consent and why I don't separate consent from somatic? Because it is alive in your body. And a lot of people think that consents come into the relationship with others, but for me, that's just the last layer. Consent starts within yourself, and it's so important to learn how to honor that. It's so important to understand that it's not a decision that comes from your mind. It lives in your nervous system, it lives in your body. So the answers from the body comes way before that, the answers from the mind. And this is so interesting because even though we follow the mind into our daily life, sometimes we like follow or make decisions from our minds. Our body knows better and know first. So it's so important to actually pay attention to our bodies and actually decide our lives from our bodies. Of course, most of us, we were conditioned to override that signals without even think about it, without noticing. And this is important to pay attention to, but not go into the victim mindset. It's more about paying attention and allow yourself to come back to your power, bring back your power to yourself, and come from a place from sovereignty. For me, it's really important to understand that we as humans have the power to transform and understand our bodies from this perspective and not from the outside, right? So this is about listening again, and it's not something new. It's probably something that you are familiar with, but today we're going to practice. And that's when I want to tell you that this free masterclass is about practicing your own body. It's not about hearing me talking for hours. It's about actually, I will guide you into connect with your body with some exercise. So please, if you have any questions, let me know through the chat, or you can raise your hand and I'm happy to hear you. So, inside out method. This is what I came after a lot of experiences, as I share with you, that safety is from within. I really start to feel safety when I learn myself and I allow myself to learn how to listen, how to relate with myself from inside. So imagine I put like a little draw here, digital draw with these circles. So imagine that it's like an onion, right? Like we have the first layer that is body awareness. It's understanding the truth that my body doesn't lie, that my body is a portal of wisdom. Welcome. So yeah, understanding that my body is a portal of wisdom, and it's that connection, the most important in our lives. So allowing to have all the space that needs, allowing to take all the space that needs, and allowing yourself also to give that time, give that devotional time to understand how your body works, to hear your body, and to practice from there, to take your decisions from there, to make your choices from there. So this masterclass is all about how I relate to myself, how much I hear my body. That's like the essence of this method that I find out by my experience. So the second flaw of this, like the second layer of this onion, is self-love. How much I'm able to sit with uncomfortability And that's the key of self-love. Like you might think that self-love is all about doing beautiful rituals and like being devoted to yourself and worshiping yourself. And yes, it is. But most of the percentage of self-love is about being able to sit with the most uncomfortable parts of yourself, with the shadow. Sit with yourself and bring that love and that compassion when you are not happy with your behavior, when you are not um, honoring your desires, when you override yourself, and all the process that brings that guilt, sadness, um, all these feelings that are heavy. And self-love is all about sitting with that feeling without escaping, without going anywhere. So it's actually how much I'm able to sit in the uncomfortability. And this is pretty much what silence meditation gives you. It's a powerful tool, and I highly recommend it. If you never practice, I highly recommend it to try it because it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable to sit in silence with yourself when your mind is going crazy. But this is the key, and this is the portal, and it's exactly why it is like between the first and the second circle, because it's the key. Is the key is the password to go into the other level, which is your boundaries. And your boundaries is a whole world that we can talk again for hours. And it's just not to identify them, it's also learn how to communicate them, right? So this is a whole world, it's a whole or other area. But the question that I want to give to yourself is, do I have all the information that I need to take this embodied consent decision? Do I have, like, make that pause to like a little bit of distance, a little bit of perspective? Do I have all the information that I need? And for that, the boundaries are important because you need to hold them. And again, uncomfortability comes again because it's getting closer to the fourth layer, that is relationship and connection. Here is where we practice all of these first steps. The more that it's like going to the gym, actually. It's like literally like that, but inside of you and with your inner self. So when a relationship or a trigger comes into the space, if I'm strong in my first, second, and third step, I will go really calm in my nervous system, right? I will make a decision really calm about it. And this is really important, and I will mention after as well, but we are humans. We are here to experiment. It's like a laboratory. So it's so important to learn that we are going to make so many mistakes in the path, that we are going to, that's the way that we grow, that's the way that we practice. So also, I encourage a lot of self-compassion through this, because you're gonna, like, relationships, even if you want it or not, they are gonna push you out of your comfort zone. It's most of the most transformative parts of being a human and being connected, and also being nature, because we collaborate into evolution, we collaborate into the growth, we serve that, even if we don't think about it, we are just in this experience. So yeah, I will make a pass. There's any question from now on, I will love to hear. If something alive. All good. Amazing. So we're gonna practice. We're gonna practice together. And it's not gonna be something intense. I will share with you something that is really basic about a normal decision, and then I will share with you something that is a little bit more sensual, but again, nothing intense, nothing that is gonna make yourself going into a weird state. For that, life has already a lot of opportunities to give you, right? Okay, so I'm gonna invite you can sit in a comfortable position. You can allow yourself to straighten your spine, relax your jaw, closing down your eyes. And we coming to the first step, body awareness. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. Deep inhale. Exhale, relax your jaw and start doing a body scan from the top of your head to the top of your feet, allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to be in your body, to feel if there is some tension somewhere, to feel where the energy is. Maybe you feel the beating of your heart. Yes. Check in, softening, grounding here. You're going to keep your eyes closed, and I will guide you through 3 different experiences in this first part. And I want that you can actually tune in. You can actually, with your closed eyes, you can imagine what I'm guiding through. Okay, so I invite you to picture a dart in front of you. You don't know what is behind you, in front of you. And now imagine that someone that you trust is opening that hand, is opening that door. Maybe it's yourself, maybe it's a loved one. And from this space, I wonder you imagine that you are at your home, completely free for the rest of the day, no plans, no obligation, and your phone buzzes, and it's someone you generally love to spend time with. And this person is going to ask you, you want to come over and hang out today? And make that pause, scan your body. Allow yourself to feel how your body is feeling. Maybe there is an opening. Maybe you can notice what part of your body. The more that you can scan yourself, the more information that you're having. Maybe your chest feels open. Maybe you feel kind of like a lift. Maybe you're learning that you want to move forward. Maybe there's like some fiery in there, fiery feeling. Stay with it with some breath, and try to remember this feeling and sensation in your body. When you got all the information, you can slowly come back. So I would love to hear or read how that felt in your body. What was the sensation that was alive in there? If you want to share. Give me just one word. Yeah, Renata, welcome to share.
It was a really, I think I needed that today, that grounding experience. And especially because I really connected that with the earlier words you gave us. It's so important to be able to sit with the discomfort because then when it's also pleasure and it's also comforting and it feels good, you also won't run away from that. You can rejoice. And I thought about one of my best friends that I haven't seen in a while. And it was so nice to feel like this warmth in my chest. And while we were doing the breathing, I could also feel kind of like the energy go like,
Wow.
and even in my throat, like from all of the things that I want to share with her and just talk and express, I could feel it here in my throat area.
Wow. So
So
powerful.
thanks
Thank
to
you
you.
for sharing. Yay. Bianca?
Yeah. Now you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I felt something unexpected. Yeah, because at the with the first meditation and breathe, I feel super relaxed and I feel super good. But then, imagine the situation. I start to feel that my heart start to go quickly. I go quick. So big. So that's called me attention because I feel like a kind of fear. So maybe sometimes it's activated there. Because actually I was imagining a friend or family, even a family. But when you say something that someone that you trust or something that you want to really enjoy to spend the day with, time. I couldn't stop to feeling that feeling in my heart, like tick, 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 beating. Call me attention, just call me attention. I don't know how to explain because I try to say, okay, I want to just staying calm and focus in my breath, but at the same moment I said, no, stop. Here there is information, there is a value information here, so maybe you need just to listen your body. So yeah, just call me attention. But yeah, powerful. Thank you.
Beautiful word. Yeah, thank you. You will receive more answers while we're moving forward, but this is already amazing. I am so happy that you can observe what is coming alive. So Nathan is saying, for me, it was the heart, and I sensed a smile on the inside when I saw that person inviting me. I had some tension when I realized they are too far away from me to see them through. Yeah. That's beautiful, guys. I love it. Okay. We're gonna do it 2 more times, and then we will see if we go to other more that is like a little bit more intense. Okay? You ready? So I invite you again, now that you are listening your body, close your eyes again, relaxing your posture. So crazy because even though we do this thing every day we get tense. So allow yourself to relax, to drop your jaw, to connect with your breathing, connect with your body. Allow yourself to soften, to open, to be receptive. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. And now we're going to imagine a different situation. So a different message come up this time. Someone invites you to a work event, long, full of small talk, and one in the evening that you were just hoping to rest and do nothing. So you go and type immediately without even think about it. Sure, I'll be there. Take this moment to make this pause and to feel how your body reacts to that. How your body reacts to your mind answering immediately to this invitation. Maybe there is some tightening, maybe your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach. Maybe your breath get a little shorter, your chest. Maybe there's a small heaviness. And again, slowly when you got all this information from your body, you can slowly open up your eyes. And again, you're welcome to share something different was alive for you, maybe some different sensations. Maybe something was more clear this time or not. Pressure on my temples. Not wanting to. Okay. Tightness around my shoulders. Can share on. Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Yeah, it was similar to the temples one. I had like right between my eyes, like almost behind my eyes, I kind of felt this pressure, almost like a crying, internal crying feeling of like having to go do that thing when I'm tired or I just want to rest or whatever. And then I tried to sense the rest of what I was feeling, but I think that was the strongest one. But then when you were talking a little bit more, I think I felt like a weight on my shoulders, but I didn't notice it until you said something. And I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like some weight in that area. So it's interesting, but I don't know that I've ever noticed that sort of behind the eyes sort of feeling before. So that's a good one to be aware of. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We are scanning all the signs. That's like this is a really practical tool that you can do in your daily life to check in with your body first, bring your awareness into your body and actually focus in that and like maybe do the next steps from there. Thank you for sharing. I love that you are having this experience with your bodies. I felt my body a little heavy and I can feel my heart trying to tell me something too. Wow. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Maybe you want to drink some water. Maybe you want to shake a little bit. This helps also the nervous system to relax, to come back into the experience. You can shake your hands. Drink a sip of water. When you drink a sip of water, you're actually also opening your jaw, which is also a technique to relax your nervous system. So it's really important to connect and shift also your body when you are moving from one experience to another. Like this is so much like a simple wisdom, like what the dogs do when they have like a choking experience. They just like shake themselves, right? Or the kids when they are having like this intense charge in their bodies, when they are angry and they're just like, they need to move the energy out of the body, right? And as we get older, we start to forget that's simple things in life. The movement is actually helping you to move the energy within yourself. Okay, so we're going to our next exercise. Again, I invite you to come back to your body. And we're gonna be, again, Sherlock Holmes here, looking within, connecting and closing your eyes, rolling your shoulders up and down. Maybe if that tightness is still there, try to softening, opening your jaw, taking the breath in. If you feel that your heart is still moving fast, you can bring one hand there to give some kind of safety. Beautiful. And from this space, I invite you to imagine that someone is asking you to commit to something in 3 months from now. Maybe it's a trip, a project, doesn't matter what it is, honestly. You don't have a strong feeling either way. Try to answer this. And maybe you will take a pause and notice what happens in your body as you try to decide this right now that is in 3 months. Take some time in here. Allow yourself to feel your body. Maybe is there a kind of fog, a blankness, like your attention slides off the question instead of landing in it? Maybe there's just stillness, not excitement, not dread. Maybe it's just quiet. Maybe it's like kind of silence. Pick all that is alive in your body right now. Scan your body. Allow yourself to be aware of the sensations. Take your time in here. Deep breath in. Exhaling and slowly come back, opening up your eyes, slowly looking at the floor, looking at the space where you are, maybe looking around you. Yes. Now, maybe something was different this time, maybe a new sensation. Yes, Monique.
Yeah, it was more intense this time. I felt like almost like I was pushed up against the wall to make a decision and like very like tight.
Mm.
And
Mm.
then came the whole like the pressure of like, I need to make a decision now and I don't want to. It's too far ahead. Yeah, it was a stronger reaction for sure. Like resistance. I
Mm.
felt very like enclosed, like, yeah, like I need more space. Um, but yeah, that's what I noticed in comparison to the two others. It was almost like, yeah, it was a stronger reaction overall.
And you just said the key, I need more space, right? Exactly. Like your body is actually
It's like fighting almost.
telling
Yeah.
you, like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to take this decision. I need more space. That's so amazing. Hmm. Amazing. I'm so happy for you guys. You're really like scanning your body really good. I couldn't define how I was feeling so well, but then you said, is your attention sliding off of the idea? Oh, yeah. You want to talk? Yeah. Go for it.
No, yeah, I was fine for you to read what I was saying, but I just had more that I couldn't put into words so easily. But yeah, like when you said the sliding off thing, that really connected for me because that's what I felt like was happening.
Mm.
I was trying to understand if it was because the idea was so abstract that I couldn't really feel it. But then I just sort of leaned into the idea that it was some project or even something I was interested in, but it's 3 months down the road. And I could see that like I was feeling a certain way. And then I was starting to explore whether it was like because of the timing right now or whether or if it's just like committing to something in the future or whatever. And it was interesting. I tried to feel what I was feeling in the body and I didn't really notice anything. And at first I just felt like this kind of like blank canvas sort of thing. But then I noticed that something in my feet and I'm sitting on this chair where my feet are really not on the ground. And so then I put one of my feet on the ground, and then I could sense like almost like a pulsing. And I thought, interesting, like almost like a grounding feeling, like almost like I could maybe use that in a situation to tell myself like, okay, this is not something I could almost notice that maybe it's not something I want to commit to right now. It's like stay more grounded, like my body telling me to not like, go after that or something. So I'm curious. And then as I noticed that, I sort of noticed that my foot that was in the air was also pulsing, but I didn't notice it because it wasn't touching anything. So it was kind of interesting to feel that feeling, because I've worked on being able to commit to things more long term or like in the future. But at this present moment, I think that I don't have an interest in that because I kind of don't know where things will be in a few months, so I don't want to commit to anything because even right now, I don't want to commit to anything at the moment, unless I have to, so that when you said that, I felt like it was a good experiment to try to feel something different, so thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love this. Like, imagine if we write our lives from our bodies the most part that we can. Imagine if we practice this the most time we can, how our life could transform, right? How different will be when we honor this pause, this breathing, going slow, allowing ourselves to take the time. Like, I'm going to check in with my body first, right? So you did an amazing work feeling all of this. So some of the experience for the yes, it's like the heart is feeling excited, alive. There's an opening. There's like your body wanting to, yes, there's like excitement. That's like the most key in the body. Your body feels relaxed, your body feels open. You want to kind of like just jump in. There's like an excitement in your heart, right? Then when we experience the no, quite the opposite. We feel like more heaviness, we feel like closing down, we feel like we need like to just like be inwards or like pushing away, right? Like our bodies start to feel in this energy that is more contracted. And then when there is a maybe, there's fog, right? It's uncertain. Like it's not clear for me. Like it's like I need some space. I like Monique said, like I need to push away. I need to like, it's not clear for me. It's in the body, it feels like dizziness, right? Like it feels like I can, and even like when in the scan, like maybe it's hard. It's the hardest one maybe to acknowledge in the body, right? For some, for others, all of this is practice. But the important thing is, so many times when we have a maybe, we instead of go into no or not yet, or I need to some more time to think, we go immediately in an automatic yes. Let me try this and see how it feels. And then after I will learn. What if, or maybe, is a gift to make the pause and to train deeper or yes and or no. What if, or maybe, is the key to understand our nervous system, how it reacts to daily life invitations, right? Okay, yeah, the 3 signals that your body is sending you. The yes is expansion, warm, forward lean, a breath that goes deeper, a relaxation, an openness, an excitement. The no is tightness, heaviness, a health breath, a subtle pulling back. And a maybe is numbness, blankness, and going still, a nervous system saying not yet. And this is the key. When we are able to deeper our relationship with these 3 spheres, we are getting so much for ourselves. We're getting so much knowledge of our nervous system, of our reactions, of our desires, of our fears. This is all about self-exploration. This is all about a tool that you can navigate yourself in order to go into the other layers, go into relationships and connection, right? As we said, like the inside out method. And there it's a practice. It's a practice. Whatever came up for you just now, subtle, loud, or clear, or confusing, that's not a wrong answer. That's just information. And the more that we can collect information, the more we are getting better and get to know ourselves. The more that we get masters in ourselves and our body and our nervous system, right? Okay. Do you need a pause? Do you need water in, water out before we keep going? How are you all feeling? Good? No one wants to move? Okay. Amazing. Amazing. So I'm curious if you want to do the second. Oh, I'm hearing myself. There it is. The second exercise that's a little bit more sensual. What I'm saying about sensual, it's involving touching your body, probably, maybe. How you all feel about doing that exercise? Yes, no. Oh, that's why. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yes. So how's your body feeling to have this second round? Yeah? Yeah, thumbs up. Good. Amazing. Let's go. So we're gonna do this ones. And I just want to add, before we get into the sensual, that again is nothing too strong, but I just want to acknowledge that once that you have this discipline with this work, with this inner work, going into sexual or sacred sexuality experiences, going into sensuality, it's getting so much stronger feeling for you because you have this clarity in your daily life decisions to check in with your body. So when you are able to carry this, and I'm just talking about this particular area in life because it's my passion, right? It's why I do my work about sacred sexuality. But when you're able to carry yourself from this simple daily practice, then you're gonna realize that when it's time to move forward into sexuality, into your projects, into connection with yourself, into love making with others, all the spectrum of sexuality is, you got this deeper feeling of intimacy with yourself and also sovereignty to speak your truth because you're hearing your body first, right? Okay, that was just like a little of sharing. So now I invite you again to close your eyes, to feel how your body's feeling right now. Take the breath in, tune into. Let yourself settle in your body for a moment without needing to do anything. Now I invite you to imagine that someone's you desire, it's close to you. Not rushing, not asking for anything, but they are just resting a hand somewhere in your body. Gently. Notice what happens. Notice what happens in your body. Scan your body. Allow yourself to feel. Mm. Deep breath in, checking, observing. Is there a warmth that is breath? Your breath drop deeper, slower. Maybe there's softening somewhere. Your belly, your thighs, your jaw. Beautiful. Notice exactly where you feel it and stay there on one more breath. When you're ready, slowly come back. This time, there is not pressure to share. I want that this you keep for intimacy with yourself. I want that this is your key for yourself. I want that this is, maybe you can write it down in your journal after. Maybe you can take notes about what is a life with this invitation, right? We're gonna move into the next two. So imagine, close your eyes again, connecting with your body. Imagine that someone makes a move, an invitation, a touch, a question. You don't have a clear answer yet. No yes, not no. Stay with that uncertainty for a moment instead of rushing it to pass it or just deal with the uncomfortable and like put it out. How is this information moving through your body? Where are the sensations alive? You're allowed to stay there. You're allowed to say, I'm not sure yet, out loud. And have that to be a complete answer. If you feel the desire of the wanting to express that out loud, I don't know yet, whatever is alive for you, maybe there's a phrase. This is a way to train your nervous system to create new pathways where your body has a space for expression. If you feel a sentence coming out, You're welcome to express it for yourself, for your own intimacy with your body. Mm-hmm. And when you're ready, slowly coming back. Maybe again, shaking in Tao, they call like the bone, the sacrum. It's like a tail of a dragon. So if you shake it, it's helping you to move your whole spine, to relax your nervous system. So you just need to shake that little bone, the sacrum, the tail of this dragon. To softening your body. And we're going to the last one from this masterclass. I guess you already know what it is, which one it is. Let's see. Let's use our imagination. Close down your eyes, connect with your breathing, allow yourself to soften. Now imagine a different moment. You're with someone and there is an expectation in the air that you will be into it, that you will match their energy, that you will say yes because that was supposed to happen next. You feel yourself about going along with it. But before you do, pause and check your body. There is a tightness anywhere, your chest, your stomach, between your legs. Does your breath get shallow or held? Slowly moving your fingers, your hands, your toes, coming back here. Beautiful. Slowly coming back. All that you discover and explore in these 3 exercises, it's more information about your body and your nervous system. It's so important to understand that this might shift every day. That's why the pause. It's so important to check in with yourself. The pause is also the key to have a clear answer with yourself. Yes. So I think this work is so important because we stop putting fingers in each other, right? We stop thinking that, oh, these people trigger something in me, so there's therefore this victim mindset that our minds goes. And we allow ourselves to be stubborn. We allow ourselves to put that finger within us and ask the question like, wait a minute, in which part of this conflict, in which part of this situation, I override myself, I override my embodied consent, right? Like that's so important to shift the perspective in order to become a human being centered in their bodies, a human being centered in their hearts, right? Anyway, some of the exploration why we override ourselves. This is not flaw. It's a learned nervous system patterning, and seeing it clear is the beginning of choosing differently. Oh, I'm like, yeah, there we are. The first one, of course, social conditioning. How many times when we grow up, someone teach us to pay attention to our bodies? Quite the opposite, right? Like quite the opposite to be in our minds, to experience life through our minds, not through our bodies. So we were taught to prioritize others, other needs over ourselves, over other comforts to our own truth from a young age. So our truth stay lowering the voice, stay quiet in a side, and we kind of like accept this social conditioning without trying to change it, just like, oh, everyone is doing this, so I'm gonna do it. So the sovereign part of yourself, your power within you, it's wanting to have this back. And of course, here there's a lot of processing of emotions because, of course, some angers may appear, right? Some resistance or resentment. And that is so important to do the work, to do the inner work, to clear that path out. So instead of focusing my attention into the the resentment, I put and use that power back to myself and learn my body, learn about my body and make the pauses and practicing sovereignty, practices the body scan, right? The second one, people pleasing. This is a behavior pattern. And it's when we start believing that approval start to feel safer than honesty, until honesty feels unsafe from within, right? We learn that we need to behave in certain way to be liked, to be accepted, to be part of something, to belong, which is a human need. Then there is the flaw response. This is about your nervous system. This is especially if you experience trauma in your life, which I believe a lot of humans in the world we do. It's a nervous system strategy. So it smooths things over, stay agreeable, survive. You don't want that things explode. So you wanted to keep it calm. And in order to keep it calm, you need to learn to fall, to be liked, to others. But this is a survival mechanism. This comes from trauma. This comes from a place that you didn't feel safe in your childhood. And you needed to learn to use this mechanism, this strategy to survive. It's kind of like deeper than people pleasing, because people pleasing is a behavior, but fawn response is where your nervous system is actually acting from. Then is the freeze. When fight or flight aren't available, the body goes still and quiet and still instead, right? The freeze is when your whole nervous system just stay there without making any decision. You can run, you can fight, you can flight, right? Yes. So this is, as I said, the whole masterclass is a practice for every day. So you can learn to do this 3 breath check-in with yourself, something that you can start using today. And you already did with the exercise that we do. So the breath one, it's arriving into your body. So you are in a situation, someone is asking you something, it's putting like some pressure. The first breath is to arrive into your body. Pause, feel your feet, your seat, where you are. Just arrive into your body. Allow yourself to arrive into your body. Thank you for your comment, Gavin. I'm happy that it's serving. The breath 2 is to ask. Silently ask to yourself, what does my body want right now? Don't rush the answer. Don't rush the answer. Just stay there. What does my body want right now? Maybe your body is going to say ice cream. Follow that, right? That's what you need in that moment. And the more that you can practice that connection, that intimacy with your body, and you start to believe in it and follow with the action that is guiding you, it creates this muscle, right? Like going to the gym, this muscle that is getting stronger and stronger. The third breath, receive. Notice what comes, expansion, contraction, fog. Let it be enough, right? That be your answer. Today you learn all of these sensations in your body, right? You have like a clear spectrum of what you can feel with different situations. Now bring this into life with this technique. 3 breaths. First one, arrive into my body. Second one, what my body is telling me right now. The third one, receive, being aware and open to receive. Notice the information that is so valuable and don't override it, right? So, before we close, a little reminder. Yes, feels like expansion, warm, ease. No, it's tightening, heaviness, pulling back. Maybe it's numbness, stillness, or fog. All these 3 answers are valid, and all 3 are data, are information. I often ask myself and others about this idea of it feels expansion or contraction. I like to bring this into the space too. Yeah, please share. You want to share something or no?
Oh, sorry. I meant like I like that you're bringing this idea of expansion and contraction into like the signal, like the signal that you're feeling, you know, as I haven't really thought about it in this particular space. Like I do it a lot of times with like business decisions and stuff. Like if we make this decision, are we doing it out of like sort of feeling, do we feel contracted in this decision, or we feel expansive and stuff? So yeah, it's really cool. Sorry, I realized my message wasn't super clear. Yeah.
Thank you for clearing it out. Yeah, exactly. So imagine this in your sexual life, right? How different will it be? Like, oh yeah, I'm thinking on like, I have this invitation from myself to make love with myself. How my body is really feeling right now. Like, do I feel an expansion? Like an excitement? Oh yes, I want to make love with myself right now. Or I feel more like there's a tightness or there's numbness. Okay, if that is alive, what can I do to support my body in order to arrive into a space of opening when it's an experience with myself? Maybe I put it in a day that I'm like feeling with less things and I'm not worried so much about my schedule, right? This is intimacy with yourselves. There's a beautiful way to observe, but also to take action from this clarity that arises from the body. And as I told you, it took me a lot of time to learn this. Oh, I put it in the wrong way. It's a learning process. It's a devotional practice. If I'm here sharing this with you, it's because I spent, and I still, a lot of years of my life figuring this out, right? It's not something that I am finished or I will ever finish, especially when you experience trauma in your life. It's something that you need to take care of you, like until you die. You need to take care of yourself until you die. And this is just another tool to do it. Yes. So this is just the beginning, and I'm so happy that you can integrate this tool into your life. It's real lasting change happen when this becomes a practice and a way of living, not a single session. So I really hope that you can bring this into your life, you can make it. And yeah, as I express here, I am a human and I serve humans. We are all imperfect and perfect at the same time. We're all incomplete and complete at the same time. And this is all about impermanence. In my path, Tao and Tantra, they are both my path because they teach about this. They teach about you as a human are nature. You are nature, right? And nature is cyclical. Today is solstice. We're learning that we're going into this space of transition, changing, and that is imperfect. If you look at nature, it's so imperfect and perfect at the same time. The more that we can hear our bodies, the closer that we are to our souls, right? The more that we can hear our body, the closest that we are to our soul. So yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I'm really excited to have you in this space. Wild Hearts, welcome to this. I am just starting, so tune in for all the offerings that I will be giving. And I will share one specific one with you that I'm working right now online as well. So this is, if you're ready to go all the way in, this is the erotic sovereignty method. This is a one-on-one private mentorship that is 12 weeks and is for these people, these humans that are ready to build this sovereignty from inside out, and a private container to work from within. In these 3 months, we go into the underworld. We go into work with your shadow. We go into work with what is alive in your unconscious mind. We go there and we work there from the root. We find what is the root of what is like not allowing you to be erotic sovereign. Like, what is going on there? We go into your underworld and we figure it out. We find it. The second month, we focus in the heart center. I am a tantric massage therapist, and in my work, I see so many people that are disconnected from their heart to their genitals. The energy is not moving towards their heart. That's why in the second month, we focus into this energy, the heart. And not just because of the potential of the sexual energy driving into your heart, also because the heart, the spiritual heart and the physical heart, it's a portal and an opening to sit with stillness and to figure it out. What is your soul calling? What is your life purpose? What if your passion? This is all sexual energy. This is all your drive, your fire. This is all where you want to go forward. This is all when you dance, when you're like excited about things. So we go and check in here. In the third month, we focus specifically on erotic sovereign. So I work with men and women. Men and women had different things to work into their sexuality, right? For women, there's a lot about to understand their pleasures and the level of their pleasure, that everything can be possible in their bodies when they feel this connection and when they allow the sexual energy to express in every cells of their bodies. And for men, it's not so different. And we work into that connection from the genitals to the hearts. There is a lot of pressure from porn to override ourselves again and to not understand where is the key to transform the path into freedom, the path into feel yourself and to be authentic. For so many years, I didn't allow myself to be this full sexual expression of me, this wild and sensual woman that I am. I make myself little because I didn't allow this erotic sovereignty to be. And all I learned in this path is condensed in this erotic sovereign method. So if you are interested, I will be receiving application only in August for new clients. So we can talk deeper. I can send you the application form. But yeah, just wanted to share it with you. This might be for you if you're ready to stop overriding yourself in big and small ways. You want a deeper relationship with your own pleasure and desire. You're craving real support, not just another framework to read about. And you feel the pull toward this work and trust that pull means something. And to finish, I also have some excited news. This Thursday, Wild Heart Podcast. Hey there, Wild Heart. Thank you so much for being in this masterclass. It was my pleasure to have you, and it was my pleasure to hold the space for your nervous system and your body to open to new paths and new experiences. I'm so happy that we connect. And also, this invitation that I present for you is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to do a deeper work for 3 months, if you can imagine who you want to become in the next 3 months in one season, who you want to be in 3 months, I am here to guide you in this one-on-one mentorship, the erotic sovereignty method. So I'm really excited because this is really an experience that is going to transform you, not just in the way that you relate to your body, that you already have this in this masterclass, but also in the way that you can expand yourself from it. Let me tell you something. When you clear the path and all the emotions and the changings of identity and all the heavy and uncomfortable feelings, the grief, the pain, when you make space for that to feel it, you are finally moving through. And that's where we focus the first month of our journey together. The second month, we focus in the heart. And this is the point when you start connecting with your authentic self and having more clarity in who that person is and the process of becoming. And in the third month, we amplify all this energy that we are moving. In 12 weeks, we create an experience for you to transform the essence in order to be more connected to your pleasure, to your sexual energy, to allow yourself to have availability of this fluency, this vitality, this current that is the sexual vital energy running into your cells and allowing yourself to feel the connection from your roots, from the genitals up to the higher chakras, to your heart, to your essence, and from there creating projects, having creativity, connecting with your fertility, connecting with your vitality, connecting with the expansion of this energy in so many different ways. So the impact of this work that you can do from the root of your pain, from the root of what is uncomfortable for you to now to transform into this version that is more sovereign, that is more alive and connected with the erotic feel. So with that being said, the applications are open only until August. I'm receiving new clients. So if you want to be part of this experience, I am calling you to come and to join me into this journey, to join me into your journey of transformation. And I will be guiding you with all these tools that personally transform and change my life forever. Can't wait to connect with you. Apply in this link and see you soon.